Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a story of what if Naruto mastered Kurama's chakra early. What if Naruto had gained control over Kyuubi's chakra during the month of the training for the finals of the Chunin exams. What if Jiraiya taught Naruto more than summoning watches? Naruto takes the whole world by storm with near unstoppable power and unmatched potential, but the chips are down and it's all or nothing against hidden threats and godlike enemies. Will he survive? Before we start, thank you for all of the support, it really means a lot to me. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like and check the description for the creator of this great fanfic. So, let us start. Chapter 14. Secrets revealed. Disclaimer. 2 in 1 day. Does that make up for missing another 3 days? No. Well shit then. Main Gate Team 1 arrived with their captive in tow. Both Shino and Choji were panting from the group's daunting pace back to the village. Naruto had been impressed by his team. He knew his stamina was not normal, and his team matched his pace, even after completing the mission. Smiling brightly as he hefted the Nanabi Jinchuriki up to his shoulder and turned to his team. Nice. You rock. Hana and Tayuya sweat dropped while Choji and Shino simply looked like they expected the over-enthusiastic remark from their blonde leader. Thanks Naruto Taicho, but, stated Choji while panting. Can we be dismissed? I'm starving. Naruto just smiled. Yay, you're all free to go. Tayuya, sign us in. Choji, bring her to the house and go to town on the fridge. There's a bunch of stuff I don't like and you can have it all. Shino, Hana, I have nothing for you to do, so you're free. The 4 ninja nodded and left, though both Choji and Tayuya had a tinge of red in their face. With nothing left to do, Naruto headed for the Hokage Tower. Land of Rice border, alright. From the top. And don't leave any details out, goddammit. Shouted Kono as she began writing down in her notebook. As Itachi once again recanted his interference with Naruto and Kabuto's fight, he began to once again wonder how the oldest son of the 3rd Hokage had fallen in love with this woman. Granted, she was a great medic and a very skilled fighter, their personalities just did not match up. Alright. Stated Kono with a sigh. Was he using the Kyuubi's chakra when you held the kunai to his throat? Itachi's eyes widened and he nodded slowly. I swear to God, nothing about that boy is normal. If it wasn't for your shitty clan-going traitor, I could study this ability of his firsthand. Stated the very outspoken Sarutobi. You're lucky the old man keeps me assigned out here, even after Hashi died. Itachi knew from personal experience that he should not talk after the female Sarutobi mentioned her husband. Even though Itachi was one of the strongest in the world, Kono could muster physical strength that put Tsunades to the test. After a deep sigh, Kono continued. We had discovered that your illness was chakra poisoning. It started when you programmed that eye. It seems that Naruto somehow battled that chakra poisoning with some of the Kyuubis. Because of the heavy antibiotics and chakra cleansers I make you take, your body probably used the Kyuubi's chakra to flush Shisui's chakra out of your body. So Kyuubi's chakra overpowered Shisui chakra and cleansed me of my illness. Shouldn't Kyuubi's chakra burn me from the inside out? Questioned Itachi. It should. Who knows, it still might. But for now the pills are flushing what's left of the chakra from your system. You're by no means healthy, but it could be worse. Stated Kono. Now get out of here. Fishhead is about a mile away and I doubt you want him to find out about this. Hokage Tower. Naruto walked through the Hokage Tower with food draped over his shoulder, earning him an odd look from many of the people he passed. As he made it to the door he looked at the 2 Anbu, one on either side of the door. Can one of you call Tenzo? This one will be a real beast if she wakes up. Stated Naruto with a smile. Not a second later, said man showed up, dressed in Jonin attire. Hello Naruto. Oh. The target that you and Jiraiya-sama were to retrieve. How did that go? Questioned Tenzo kindly as he stood between Naruto and the doors. Hey senpai. I never met up with pervy Sage. I found her at the bandit camp we were sent to clear. Stated Naruto as he shifted her weight on his shoulder. Can you let me it? I'd rather not kick another door down. No can do. Officials from Kiri are here. They're in a meeting right now. Stated Tenzo as he stood his ground firmly. Is one of them an attractive redhead, green eyes and smells like a volcano? Questioned Naruto as he once again shifted Fu before deciding to just dump her on the floor. Girl is heavy. Way heavier than she looks. Both Anbu sweat dropped as they watched the unconscious girl almost bounce off the floor. Tenzo simply nodded his head. Though I have not gotten the chance to sniff her, I assume she is the one you have in mind. Before he could stop him, Naruto kicked the doors open and walked into the office, shocking the occupants as the Hokage's personal guards surrounded him. Hokage-sama. What is the meaning of this? Demanded Ao as he stood between Mei and the sudden intruder. Hi Mei Ne-chan. Sup old guy, old man. Got a Jinchuriki here for you. With Tayuya and Choji, Tayuya sent some chakra into the handle of the door to activate the seals. Her and Choji were standing in front of the Namikaze estate, as it was called. It was an odd-shaped house. From the front it looked like any other two-story home in Konoha, but behind the foliage of the trees, the house expanded into a clan-sized building, easily quadrupling the size of the main house. Wow. This place is cool. What happened over there? Questioned Choji as he pointed to the giant canyon of missing trees in front of the house. It looks like the result of that one attack he used when he was fighting Orochimaru. Tayuya bristled at that name. She hated that man with a passion. I asked that too. Apparently, shithead fought off some people trying to abduct him. With a loud click, the front door unlocked and opened to the living room of the main house. She led Choji inside, only to find Karen chatting with Sakura and Ino on the couches. Hey Pinky, Blondie. How's it going? Questioned Tayuya as she turned to Choji and pointed to the opening in the side of the room. Dining room is in there, kitchen is behind it. Eat up. With how you did today, you're probably hungry. Choji smiled and nodded, not trusting his voice. He had a hard time talking to Tayuya without feeling self-conscious. He almost ran to the kitchen, both because he was hungry, and because he didn't want to get teased by Ino. Mission went well. Questioned Karen. Yay. Dude can fucking fight. Stated Tayuya as she took her sandals off and sat in a recliner across from the rest of the girls. Was he that good on your team? Naruto has always been strong, but until the Chunin exams, he never really showed it. Stated Sakura. No, I didn't mean shithead. I meant pudgy. He was vicious. When Orochimaru made me study the clans, it didn't say that the Akamichi were so damn aggressive. Stated Tayuya. Choji. Aggressive. Laughed Ino, getting a questioning look from Tayuya. Don't get me wrong, Choji is a pretty good fighter, but the only time I've ever seen him aggressive is when he eats. Bullshit. I watched Pudgy crush anyone who got close, and he swatted away a guy through a tree. He fights like a tank. Stated Tayuya. The only time I saw him fight like that was when Shikamaru got hurt on a mission. Stated Ino before a look of understanding crossed her face. You said that Choji crushed anyone that got close to you. Yay, we were partnered together. I stun them with Genjutsu and Pudgy takes them out. Stated Tayuya. Sakura's eyes light up. He has a crush on you. Karen started laughing. How could anyone have a crush on Tayuya? She's foul-mouthed, violent, and short. Shut up Karen. Stated Tayuya. Pudgy is a good guy, but I doubt he has a crush on me. Little did any of them know, Choji could hear them. The walls of the Namikaze house were inherently thin, and Choji had good hearing. I do like you Tayuya. I think oh cheese dip. Man that's good. I think I like Tayuya, but I still don't know. I've only known her for a day. Hokage Tower. So you're the one who has Zabuza's blade. I thought you would be taller. Back in my day, swordsmen didn't use swords taller than themselves. Stated Ao as he looked over the blonde Jinchuriki. Why does everyone pick on my size? I fight off Orochimaru twice, fight a Biju, and become a Junin, and it's still about the height. Complained Naruto. Sarutobi let loose a laugh and smiled. Being short isn't bad my boy. Look at me, I'm titled the Professor and the God of Shinobi, yet I am barely any taller than the average 14-year-old. Did you senseis ever make fun of you for your height? Questioned Naruto, knowing who Sarutobi's senseis were thanks to Jiraiya. That's beside the point. Anyways, I believe that both parties could use a break. Naruto, go to the defense building and file your report with Danzo. Stated Sarutobi. And if you two would follow me, I'll lead you to the compound you will be staying in. Defense building. 10 minutes later Naruto sat across from Danzo in an empty room that held a table and 2 chairs. Danzo was looking over the report with a keen eye and he liked what he saw. Given your history, I'm surprised that this report is so well written. When did you have the chance to write it? Questioned Danzo. I had a shadow clone do it on the way back while I questioned the team and kept the target secure. Stated Naruto with a grin. I see. Rather clever. Stated Danzo absent-mindedly as he finished looking over the report. I'm surprised you were so ruthless. Many would not have aimed to end the fight as quickly as you did. What's the point in drawing it out? Stated Naruto. A big battle would not complete the mission as quickly. Wouldn't be as efficient either. Ever since I fought that Kabuto bastard, I aim to end a fight as quickly as possible. Danzo smiled internally and nodded. I train my pupils to do the same. Always have. That is what the second Hokage taught me. I thought the second was old Mons-sensei. Questioned Naruto. Tobirama-sama had many students. I was lucky enough to be one of them. Stated Danzo. I see a lot of him in you. Almost as much as I see in Sarutobi. Really? Questioned a shocked Naruto. And shouldn't you call him Hokage-sama? You don't. Stated Danzo simply. Naruto couldn't argue with that fact. Though internally Naruto didn't like that he had so much in common with the old war hawk. I see different qualities in you and Sarutobi that I saw in Tobirama-sama. For example, Sarutobi does not rush decisions, and you have the social grace of plywood. What? Questioned Naruto, shocked by the statement. Tobirama-sama had almost no filter. Neither do you. Though most of his thoughts were extremely intelligent, and yours vary from idiocy to genius. Stated Danzo coolly. That and you both have solid sword skills as well as great control over your primary element. That's an odd way to compliment someone. Stated Naruto. If you take it as a compliment maybe. I was just stating facts. Stated Danzo. You're the son of one of the most dangerous men in the world. And with the way you were trained, I would expect very little less. Yay. I wonder how strong I would be if I was actually trained from the beginning. Stated Naruto to himself, this is my chance to break his loyalty to Sarutobi and groom him how I see fit. A slow, methodical smile spread over Danzo's face. What if I told you that every aspect of your life went almost exactly to plan? Torture and Interrogation Department. Ibiki sat across from the last, loyal, Uchiha. Sasuke had been shockingly open to Ibiki's questioning, though he didn't like the answers. One more time. Why do you believe you deserve a second chance in this village? Asked Ibiki. I'm the only one who can kill Itachi. You need me to kill him. Stated Sasuke. So you're saying that Hokage-sama, Jiraiya and Tsunade would all fall to Itachi? Stated Ibiki. Yes. Only an Uchiha can beat an Uchiha. Stated Sasuke with conviction. Kakashi's reports never mentioned this line of thinking. Maybe it's a result of using the curse seal. Though Ibiki. You know, both Madara and his brother were killed by the first and second Hokage. What makes you think Itachi is any different? Because Itachi killed the entire clan. No one else could have done such a thing. Stated Sasuke. The Yondaime killed 452 people, most of them Jonin and Chunin, in less than 2 minutes. Stated Ibiki. I don't care about that idiot. He couldn't even survive fighting a Biju, he would never be able to stand up to Itachi. Stated Sasuke heatedly. Are you fucking retarded? Biju are masses of limitless energy that cannot die under any circumstances. The Yondaime not only stopped it from destroying the village, he sealed it into a child that can control the most power being on the planet. Stated Ibiki, and what good did that do? That goddamn Dobi is barely a passable ninja with its power. The Yondaime should have sealed it into me. That way I could have kept Itachi from killing the clan in the first place. If Dobi is strong enough to fight Orochimaru with its power, I would be Hokage of this village by now. Stated Sasuke as he attempted to get up from his chair, only to be reminded he was chained down. You are fucking retarded. Stated Ibiki as he sat back in his chair. You're trapped in a world that does not exist. Itachi was at Anbu level at your age. For the last 5 years he's only grown stronger. Do you really think that you can simply become stronger than him? The only person in your age group that stands a chance at simply surviving an encounter with him is Namikaze. Dobe's last name is Uzumaki. I don't care what he says, that talentless orphan could never be the son of the Yellow Flash. Shouted Sasuke, obviously missing that fact that he just praised a man he had slandered not even a minute ago. I'm the strongest of our class. I beat Haku. I fought off Orochimaru in the Forest of Death. Dobe can hold a candle to me. That Dobe you're talking about, just got back from leading a B-rank mission, in which he captured an A-rank ninja single-handedly. That Dobi you're talking about, is the youngest special Junin in Konoha history and by all accounts should be the youngest Jonin in Konoha history. That Dobi you're talking about, has defeated 2 other Jinchuriki in real-life combat. That Dobi you're talking about, is so far ahead of you that you're not even in his shadow. Stated Ibiki with a smile. Even Orochimaru thinks Naruto is stronger. Looked at these 2 bingo book entries. With a flourish, Ibiki reached into his coat and pulled a small black book out of his coat, laying it on the table. He opened it to a set of pages that held a picture of himself, while the other had a picture of Naruto. Sasuke Uchiha Allegiance. Konoha Threat Level, C. Rank. Genin Solid Chunin in Nin, Tai, and Genjutsu. Fire Affinity. Holds the Heaven Curse Seal, which boosts speed and strength to low Jonin. Posse's Sharingan. Capture on sight. That's all Orochimaru thinks of me. AC rank threat. Questioned Sasuke. Naruto Uzumaki Allegiance. Konoha Threat Level, Low A. Rank. Special Junin of Ninjutsu Kyuubi Jinchuriki High Chunin in Tai, Kenin Genjutsu, High Jonin in Ninjutsu. Uses water, earth and wind chakra at high levels. Wields Kubiki Ribocho. Can use Kyuubi's chakra to increase power and speed to near cage levels. Kill on sight. Sasuke seethed as he read Naruto's page. Even the snake thought the Dobi was stronger than him. To tell you the truth, if you checked your ego and actually accepted your own strength, you might be able to catch up to Naruto in a few years. Stated Ibiki, shocking Sasuke as he stared into the mont's eyes, seeing no deception. You heard me. You are a talented, cunning ninja. If you could get your head out of your ass and get rid of that overinflated ego, I see no reason you couldn't be a Jonin. Even an Anbu captain in time. Sasuke watched as Ibiki got up and turned to the door, hiding the sadistic smile on his face. Inoichi will be in momentarily to wipe your mind of any damage done by the curse mark. Remember what I said, kid. Get your head out of your ass, or you probably won't live past Chunin. Hokage office. It was late into the night as Sarutobi finished his paperwork. The meeting with the Kiri delegates had gone well, and he could see a stable alliance forming between the two. Especially if the young woman Naruto had bought and earlier sided with them. Konoha could house the 9-tailed Jinchuriki as well as the 7 tails. If we can train them properly and have her gain the partnership Naruto has with his beast, we could field a total war deterrent for years to come. Suddenly the air thickened with malice and hate and the doors exploded off the wall and were reduced to wood chips. Sarutobi was up and had already thrown a kunai at the intruder. How did an enemy get this close without the Anbu stopping them? As the dust and ruin faded away, Sarutobi saw a flame of chakra standing before him, the kunai he had thrown earlier held in the outstretched hand of the person who had just demolished the heavy oak doors. Old man, do not lie to me. Did you ruin my childhood to make me stronger like Danzo said? Questioned the flame of chakra in a familiar voice. Naruto. What are you talking about? Why did you kick down my door? Questioned Sarutobi while trying to buy time. Damn it, Danzo. You choose now to break his loyalty to me. We had a plan. The chakra around Naruto spiked again as it began to grow golden color. Sandame. Is what he said true? Sarutobi flashed his chakra 3 times, alerting his Anbu that they were to evacuate and set up a perimeter. This was going to get messy. Unfortunately, yes. Danzo and I have been creating warriors like this for some time. Orochimaru and Jiraiya both had tough childhood, and grew to incredible ninja. Same with your father and Kakashi, both had bad childhoods and grew to be outstanding shinobi. So you made my childhood hell. Also that I would be stronger. Shouted Naruto, his chakra flaring again as black marks began forming in the cloak, outlining his body. Your life was going to be hell either way. The council let your condition slip and didn't know about your parentage. Me and Danzo kept the physical violence away from you and saved you from a truly hellacious life. Stated Sarutobi. What I did was nurture your spirit. Every time your will grew weak I would be there to strengthen you. Every ounce of strength and independence you have today is because we didn't coddle you. You asshole. Shouted Naruto as he rushed Sarutobi at cage level speed. Caught in surprise at the cage level speed, Sarutobi couldn't move in time and was forced through the wall of the Hokage tower, forced onto the streets below, where he landed on his feet, his eyes scanning for pedestrians. Finding none, he returned his attention to Naruto, only to be blasted by an unrealistically strong punch to the face, sending him flying. But Sarutobi was not the god of shinobi for nothing. He righted himself and ducked the next punch, lashing out a kick at Naruto's exposed midsection, only for his leg to bounce off of Naruto's chakra-enhanced torso. Incredible. The chakra enhances every aspect of his body. I doubt even Hayate could defeat Naruto in this state, thought Sarutobi as he dodged another kick. His speed is tremendous. I'm having problems simply keeping up. Naruto was increasing speed. In Naruto's mind, he could see where the Sandaime was coming from, and he could see that it had worked. Hell, he was fighting the professor to a standstill, it obviously worked. He just couldn't help but be pissed off that his childhood had been such hell and it didn't have to be. Naruto moved again to launch another punch, only to find his hat caught by a bandaged hand. Naruto looked up to see a black and Sharingan set of eyes looking back at him. Enough. I did not inform you of your circumstances so that you would attack the leader of this village. Sarutobi looked at the back of his once best friend, scars littering his exposed skin and his right arm bandaged, holding the chakra-enhanced hand of Naruto. He thought Naruto enough of a threat to use the arm. Naruto allowed the cloak to fade as he dropped to his knees. I'm sorry, old man. I'm sorry, Danzo. That is quite alright, Naruto. With what you've learned in the last few hours, stated Sarutobi absent-mindedly before turning to Danzo. It was a new training exercise that went too far. Spread the word that Naruto Namikaze was tasked to play the infiltrator and he was injured in the test. Danzo nodded, sliding his arm back in the robe before walking away. For what it's worth, it was not an easy task to stop you. Sarutobi looked to Naruto with a glare. I understand that emotions ran high. But restrain yourself from now on. I will not be able to cover up another episode. Naruto bowed his head and spoke. Understood. Why didn't you help me more as a kid? Sarutobi walked up to Naruto and placed a hand on his shoulder, looking eyes with Naruto. The people of this village need a leader that can handle pressure and strain. I am old, my boy, and I want my replacement to have a will of steel, forged in fire and tempered by passion. Naruto felt awe at the man before him, no longer seeing the old man, but a warrior, a true leader. You remind me of my sensei Naruto. I cannot express the pride I see in you. Thank you. Was all Naruto could muster under the powerful aura of Sarutobi. Sarutobi smiled at the boy and turned to walk towards the Hokage tower. You and your team is to meet Jiraiya at the north gate at 6 tomorrow morning. He will give you the assignments. Torture or interrogation department. Ibiki walked into the interrogation room with a sigh. When Danzo have him this assignment, he did not think that he would literally be breaking the Uchiha of bad habits 2 or 3 times a day. But today was different, and Ibiki could feel it. No, not because he had heard Anko using one of the rooms with her current toy, whoever he was. No, today was different, because for the first day, Sasuke willingly went to the interrogation room. Ibiki moved quietly through the halls to his intended target, wondering what he would see. As he reached the door he heard nothing coming from the room. Strange, usually, Sasuke was tapping foot or hand. Ibiki slowly opened the door, to find Sasuke staring at him with a blank expression. Ibiki moved to his chair, his clipboard in hand as he leaned back and looked at the last Uchiha, who suddenly spoke. I swear allegiance to Konoha. I want to be your apprentice. Iwa in the council chambers, a group had formed. Quietly they spoke with a guest. No names were used, no faces could be seen. So Konoha is meeting with the rebel faction as we speak. Yes, if you aid the Mizukage, he will target Konoha after we win this pesky war. He is tired of these bloodlines ruining our village. If it means hurting Konoha, then I'm all for it. Word is Konoha will send a Jinchuriki to fight Yagura. If they do, then we can target him and we will finally end Namikaze. If you can guess the flow rate that Naruto used when fighting Sarutobi, I'll tell you what I have planned for the end of Naruto, underneath the underneath. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like for more what ifs and support the author. See you guys in the next video.